I love baseball cards. Got 'em, need 'em, got 'em, need 'em, need 'em, need 'em, got 'em, got 'em, need 'em.
Welcome to another episode of Remember the Great Sports Card Show Pickups video. I am super excited to share with you these items that I just picked up at a card show, at a mall card show. This is going to be a two-part video. I'm going to post one video one day and the second video a second day. I kind of went a little over budget this time, and I found a ton of vintage stuff, and I bought so much stuff that I have to split it into two. So this video is going to be kind of the newer stuff, has some newer prospects in it and stuff like that. Then the second video, which I'm going to show later, will have all the vintage stuff. So I have to separate it somewhere, otherwise we're going to be looking at a 40-minute video probably. So I'm just going to jump right in there and say that I found some pretty good bargains. This took me 2 days to go through this at this show. I probably spent 10 hours at this mall going through cards. So it was well worth it in my opinion. So the first stuff I want to show you is some cheaper, lower end stuff. And, you know, I picked up some quarter cards here that I thought were kind of nice, and you know, just some David Robinson stuff, and I'm going to shuffle through this stuff pretty quick. Whoops, drop that. Some Tim Duncans, you know, and these are getting blurry, and these are cards that, you know, I necessarily didn't have, but they're just random, you know, low end inserts or just base, you know, like this is the parallel 5th anniversary of that card, you know, that one. You know, that's the electric court of this card. You know, just random stuff like that. And these were only a quarter piece. So I grabbed those, and there's a couple odds and ends here. Chris Carpenter minor league card. You know, Leaders Carpenter. The chicken. And that was a pretty cool Matt Holliday that I found. And these were actually $5 for $1. So those were only 20 cents. So moving on from those, nothing special there. I picked up this Prism David Robinson for $1. It's the I guess the rainbow or the barbershop or the stripes or whatever you want to call that. So I'm just going to put that up there for now. Kind of adjust the camera so I have my stands here, so we can show off some of these cards, you know, both flat, and after I show them I'll put them in the background. So these next items, I found a older gentleman that he said he had these cards in storage for years. He, you know, said he came across them recently in his storage, and he wished he would have sold them for more back in the day, but he just flatly went across the table and said a quarter a piece. He's like, I'll sell you a whole box for $35 if you want. I balked on buying the whole box because there was a lot of stuff that I really didn't need that I already had. So I honestly went through and kind of cherry picked some stuff, and all of these cards were only a quarter. So keep that in mind. Now the cool thing is a lot of these already were in top loaders. So I figured that had a lot to do with me buying the card. If it was in a top loader, and then, you know, like this Vladimir Guerrero, I thought, well, the top loader's worth a quarter, so might as well take the Guerrero that goes with it. Let me adjust that a little bit. Got a Mussina rookie, and again, pay no attention to the price tags. You know, $2 is what he had on it. Sosa rookie, a Juan Gan rookie, Pat the Bat. I've always liked these cards. I thought they were cool back in the day. These are the Fleer Greats Dueling Duels cards. And, you know, they're not worth a lot, but I always thought they were really neat. You know, with Robin Yount and Dave Winfield on the card there. Frank Thomas rookie. Another Sosa. Vlad Polar Bear, or whatever the heck those were called back in the day. I don't even remember. And these are another retro set that I thought was cool, and these are the inserts from Upper Deck. I guess like 2000 Upper Deck, I don't know. That's a Hank Aaron. And here's a Carl Yastrzemski, which I thought was neat. Here's a Josh Hamilton Chrome rookie. And this is another retro set. You know, I love the art cards and the inserts from the tops. I want to say 2001 tops or 2000 tops. That's the glove birds with Ripken and Robinson. And this one's really neat. A Ted Williams, Tony Gwynn. Again, it had a $3 tag on it, but I only paid $0.25. Then a Nolan Ryan insert, Ricky Henderson insert from the 91 Upper Deck. 91, yep, SP for $0.25. Another Vlad. A Godzilla rookie card. Remember how huge Hideki Matsui was? I mean, for $0.25, I was like, heck yeah, for $0.25 for his rookie. Here's a really neat Topps Mounds Marksman with Pedro Martinez and Gibson. Really neat card. That's just a Ryan Howard. Another Vlad that I didn't have. And a Edgar Martinez rookie card. So again, that whole stack, only $0.25 a piece. I think it came out to like $5 for the whole stack. I don't know. I mean, it was a really minor. This stack was like one of the first things I bought at the show. I just kind of hit the quarter cards and moved on from there. All right, so now we're going to talk about the meat and potatoes of day one. These are the items that made the show worth going for, with the exception of the vintage. So I'm going to share these with you. We're going to move David off the back here. We're going to showcase some of these cards a little more prominently because you're going to really enjoy some of these. All right, so I think we'll just start from base to autographs and we'll go from there. So the first item, and I'll tell you what I paid for the whole lot after I show them all off to you. This is the seller that I've mentioned in many videos in the past, that he kind of has a box and he's like, make an offer. And then I make an offer and usually he knocks a few more bucks off. And in this case, he even gave me some free stuff with the purchase. So I'll go with that. So the first item I picked up is, believe it or not, I did not have this card. This is the Barry Sanders, you know, Topps traded rookie card. I never did get this card. I thought about just buying the set just to get all the rookies out of it, but I saw this in the pile, so I threw it in my maybe pile, but it became the for sure pile. The second item, these next items, he told me I'll sell them to you 3 for $10. So he had a whole couple boxes of cards, and he's like, 3 for $10. I said, okay, I'll go through them for that. So the first 3 for $10, I have a Eloy jersey. Very cool. I thought that was really neat, you know, out of the Panini. I don't know if that's this year or it's last year. It's a 2019, so I don't know if that's considered a rookie card or not, but you know, I thought that was pretty fair for only $3, or 3 for $10, I should say. A little more than $3. And the next item, we're getting into the autographs now, out of the 3 for $10, is a Taylor Ward autograph out of Topps Chrome on his rookie card, I guess you would say. And it appears it's an on-card autograph, so that's pretty nice. But Taylor Ward's one of the top prospects in the Angels organization. And to round out the 3 for $10, you Yankees fans, you're going to like this. This is a Anthony Sigler autograph. This is the Yankees first round pick on a Bowman Chrome, I believe that is. Is that Chrome? Bowman's Best, excuse me. That's a Bowman's Best autograph on card of Anthony Sigler. So a little prospecting on my part to see if I get something with Sigler, and we'll see what he does, and that 3 for $10 investment might pay off really well in the future. Now, with that being said, he had some more 3 for $10s, and I picked up a couple autographs of deceased players. And I have picked up this guy's autograph many times before, so this is about the 3rd or 4th one I have of him. But this is a signed Victor Sanchez Bowman Sterling autograph. And Victor passed away a couple years ago due to a boating accident. And he was one of the top prospects in the Mariners organization, and most likely would be in the majors you know, whether with the Mariners or another team in some capacity if he wasn't tragically lost that summer. Or not that summer, but that off season. And speaking of people that were tragically lost during the off season, I also found a Oscar Taveras Bowman Sterling in that same box, in the 3 for $10 box. And I have Oscar Taveras' autograph numerous times. I mean, I saw you know, him play in the minor leagues at 2 different levels. He signed so many autographs on cards, balls, etc. for me. I was a true fan of Oscar, and it was so sad, you know, when he was tragically lost, you know, during that off season and that car accident. And this was the first time I saw his rookie card for like $3 signed, and I thought, you know, I just want to have one for my collection. You know, a certified issue, I should say, in my collection of this Bowman Sterling. And to round out the 3 for $10, I already have an autograph of this gentleman before, but this one was just to make the deal work for $10, and that is a Zerudas Ilgauskas significant signature on a basketball card. Z, as they call him, was an integral part of the Cleveland Cavaliers team, you know, in the early 2000s. I want to say they went to the finals. You know, they lost to San Antonio, but they went to the finals. And he was part of that team as their center, if I'm not mistaken. So with these 3 for $10 and the Barry Sanders, so we're up to $23. Okay, we're up to $23 at this dealer's table. And as I'm going through some of the autographs, I said, "Oh, you got some uncertified autographs in here too." He's like, "You know what? Just take them." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm never going to sell those. Just take them." So he gave me a Gary Clark autograph for nothing and a Darren Smith signed rookie card. So if you're a Cowboys fan, you definitely know who this guy is. You know, back in the 90s, this was, you know, a linebacker or whatever for the Cowboys. And he said, "If you want him, you can have him for nothing." I said, "Well, okay, you know, I'm not going to turn away free cards. You know, I didn't get them signed through the mail or anything myself, but free's free." So the final item that I picked up from him, and this was, you know, he had cards individually in his case and boxes, and he had a patch card on a rookie rated prospect, I guess you would call it, of Donruss. Panini Donruss is this optic? No, I think that's just regular Donruss. And that is a patch card of two-way player for the Tampa Bay Rays, Brendan McKay, for only $12. Now, again, if you did the math, we're up to now $35, okay, total. So this is a signed sticker, unfortunately. It's not on card, but it is a patch card of Tampa Bay prospect. I don't even know if you want to call him a prospect anymore, but young talent of the Tampa Bay Rays, Brendan McKay, pitcher / hitter. So as I'm adding all this stuff up, we're up to $35 in my head, and he kind of shuffles through them, and he's like, well, you know what, $30. I'm like, are you sure? I said, that's more than $30 worth of, you know, what you quoted me. He's like, yeah, I'm sure. Give me $30. So all this, he knocked off $5 off the grand total. So for $30, I got all these autographs, including the Brendan McKay, which was the centerpiece. And while sitting on the table, I said, oh, that's cool. I used to collect these as I was a kid. And you're probably going to, from what I'm clanging around here, you're going to figure out what I'm going to show. He gave me a stack of Topps coins from the Topps Archives set. And I said, well, what do you want for the coins? He's like, just take them. I don't want them. So he threw in the coins for free too, for $30. So we got an Ozzy. We have a Andrew. We have a Clint Frazier. We have a second Andrew, the Red Sox. Got a Josh Donaldson. We got Andrew McCutchen as a Giant. Got a second Josh Donaldson. And a If you don't know what you're talking about, shut the F up. Carlos Correa coin. And he threw in all the coins for nothing. And as you guys know, these were the inserts in the Topps archives last year, or maybe even this year too, I don't remember. And he said, just take them. So for 30 bucks, I got all of this. And I thought that was a steal. So in closing, we're at the 15-minute mark here. I got all these. I got all these quarter cards. And I got all these random David Robinson and the Chicken and Tim Duncan cards on the first day of the show. I want to thank you for joining me for watching this episode, and stay tuned for part 2 where I roll out all the vintage. Thanks.